Superman's origin has been retconned. Happy birthday, Soups! I'm pretty sure we can sing happy birthday now because it's like happy birthday, Superman. Yes, it was on this very day, way back in 1938, that Action Comics #1 first showed up on the shelf at your local comic shop. Or, more accurately, it showed up on the rack at your great-great-grandparents' newsstand because you probably weren't alive and comic book shops weren't a thing yet. Intrigued buyers at the time probably thought they were throwing down 10 cents for a few fun stories and some kitschy, brightly colored artwork, but what they were really getting was the birth of a genre that would eventually turn into multiple multi-billion-dollar empires and come to define much of pop culture for that century and the next. But maybe most significantly, Action Comics #1 heralded the arrival of Superman, an American icon who to this day still stands for truth, justice, and all that good stuff, no matter how hard the Zack Snyders of the world may try to get you to forget that. So from all of us at Nerdist, happy 80th birthday, Superman! You are still looking great! Especially now that you've gone back to wearing your underpants on the outside. We know the fashion times are changing, but some fashion choices just never go out of style. Unfortunately, while those exterior Speedos seem to be an unshakable part of the Superman mythos, other parts don't seem quite so rock solid, like his whole darn origin story, for instance. To celebrate the Man of Steel's major milestone, DC has released a special edition Action Comics 1000, and while most of the issue is dedicated to short stories from various artists and writers celebrating Superman, the final 12 pages of the book kicks off a new, ongoing storyline from Brian Michael Bendis that will seriously change so much about what we thought we knew. And by the way, this is about to get super spoilery, so if you have Action Comics 1000 waiting for you in your pull box, it might be time to turn off your super hearing.
Excuse me. That's a bad outfit.
So the final story in the issue intros a new villain named Rogol Zaar, who put simply just doesn't like Kryptonians. He's come to Earth to track down and eliminate Superman and Supergirl. Actually, he calls it cleansing the galaxy of the Kryptonian plague, which is a super understated way to refer to superhero genocide. Now, he also drops a super casual mention right at the end of the story. I destroyed Krypton. Just drop that. Which seems a bit braggy when you're about to kill off one of the last remaining Kryptonians. Now, throughout 80 years of Superman history, the established lore is that Krypton was destroyed because of natural disasters and ignoring the warnings by Science Daddy Jor-El. So what does this rampagey alien's claim mean for Superman's backstory? It definitely shakes things up in a major way for old Kal-El, and we see 3 different possibilities for Rogol Zaar's planetary destruction claim. Number 1. He could be lying. There's a lot that we don't know yet about Rogol Zaar, besides the fact that he's out for Kryptonian blood and has a real strong genocidal vibe. He could be bending the truth or just flat out lying about his role in Krypton's destruction in an attempt to psych out Soups and get the psychological upper hand. Number 2. Rogol Zaar could be pulling a from a certain point of view on us.
A certain point of view?
Maybe he did help along Krypton's demise by whispering in a few council members' ears and seeding discord and disbelief when they should have been worried about fixing the environment. Sounds a little familiar. Like maybe we have our own Rogol Zaar here on Earth. Just, I don't know. But if that's the case, one thing to note is Rogol's mention of Jor-El himself. The Kryptonian sickness finally ends today, just like I once promised Jor-El. Whoa. Get Superman's daddy's name out of your mouth. Is Rogol saying that Jor-El helped him organize the destruction of Krypton, or did he promise that to Jor-El in that evil way villains do sometimes? I promise you I will destroy you. Phrasing is everything, folks, but this retconning of Krypton's destruction also potentially retcons Jor-El's role in it. And number 3, Rogol Zaar did actually single-handedly destroy Krypton, and he took a page from the old Vader Handbook of Planetary Destruction. If Bendis at least keeps the geological disturbances as Krypton canon, then Rogol could have done something to kickstart those major groundquakes that ripped the planet apart. Or maybe he built a moon-like base with a giant laser beam and nuked Krypton out of existence. There's literally no way to know for sure. We'll just have to wait and see how deep this retcon goes and what it means for Superman, but what do you folks think? Are you cool with this retcon, or are you a Krypton truther? Does this make Jor-El a crazy ranting lunatic, or was he complicit? And how glad are you that those red short shorts are back? Let's discuss. Be sure to like and subscribe, and if you want to get notified every time we drop a video, smash that little bell. And speaking of new videos, in honor of Superman's 80th birthday, Dan's got a whole new episode of The Dan Cave where he's breaking down 8 facts you didn't know about the Man of Steel. Check it out right now. Do it.